It's been a challenge for oppositions at the state level. By contrast, Anthony Albanese's federal Labor Party is in front, according to the most recent published polls.
It is indeed. It's nice to be in front at any time, but there's a long way to go. And so it's not as if that's a lay-down misere. It's not. And so we've got to be, I think, a bit cautious about getting too carried away with polls. We've learnt too many lessons before.
Yeah.
But it doesn't surprise me. I don't think Morrison is going as well as he has in the past. I've watched these leaders up close, and I've always said all leaders, something changes with them, and it's never for the better. It's always for the worse. And I think he's not quite what he was. Whether he can get back there is another matter. So far, I think that he's plateaued, and Albo's been able to improve a few points and go up. So if he wants to win an election, he's going to have to do more than just make a little speech here and there. He's going to have to actually pass some legislation, do some things, show people, have something to point at, not just say, I made a speech last week, but have something to point at and say, that's what we've done. That's the law that we've put in place.
The big hurdle for Scott Morrison, though, in terms of the direction or the way he gets to that election with a bit of momentum, is that a lot of it's out of his control, Richo, being at the state level and the responsibility of state governments, and an ongoing COVID outbreak in Sydney, one in Melbourne, the two biggest cities. Yeah,
and there's no doubt that if people perceive that governments haven't lived up to their responsibilities in terms of dealing with these epidemics, then I think that those governments will suffer. So we've got to really say that Scott Morrison's got a problem, and it's not going to be easy for him. And you just I think there's a little flicker in Albo's eye. I think he can see a light at the end of his long tunnel.
Yeah, indeed, and I've certainly picked that up from his colleagues as well, Richo, that they do have hope, given where we can almost see the election. I mean, it's only a few months away, really. It's they have to have it by the very latest May of next year.
Well, Labor is buoyant, and they haven't been in that category for a long time. But if you talk to the troops, the members of Parliament in particular, the caucus members, there's a lilt in their voice, a spring in their step. They think they're in with a show. And it's very important, if you're in a campaign, to believe you can win. If you don't believe you can win, then it's very hard to get momentum. And this time, I think, Labor actually sees itself winning the prize.
Particularly if they don't mess up the advertising as badly as they did last time. Richo, thank you for your insights and your time as always.
I guarantee you that won't happen, mate. Thanks, Kieran.